Hi, Dr. Jen here, one of the co-founders of Aliveness Programs. And today I'm here to talk about you've just overeaten the food, now what? And I think any of us can relate to that experience where we haven't honored our bodies, where we feel overly full. Now we're dealing with the aftermath, sort of the food hangover, where not only are we feeling physically so uncomfortable, but now emotionally we're beating ourselves up, we're criticizing ourselves, and maybe we're even wanting to compensate. So we're now restricting and we're missing meals, or maybe you find yourself in another place when that happens, where you say, screw it, I've already messed up the food, I'll start my next diet tomorrow. So then the eating cycle, the struggle continues with just that one slip. So I want to share a story with you, and it's something personal for me, something that happened to me not too long ago. So I planned this really fun night for my partner and I was taking my boyfriend to the movies, and then I planned that we were going to have gelato afterwards by the beach, and so we get to the movie, and probably within about, I'd say 10 minutes of the movie, my partner proceeds to fall asleep. And when this man falls asleep, sometimes he can snore. So not only is he sleeping through the movie, but now he's snoring, and the people in front of us are looking back and wanting him to be quiet because he's now disrupting their movie. And I'm struggling with, oh my gosh, I'm feeling so disappointed. I really wanted him to participate in this movie so we can talk about it afterwards and enjoy being together. And at the same time, the man must be exhausted. He's like sound asleep. We had a bike ride earlier and it was really hot. So maybe he's just really, really tired and was wanting to go to make me happy. But I am feeling disappointed, and I'm also wanting to enjoy myself. So I'm trying to ignore whatever he's doing and just be with myself and enjoy the movie. So I'm having this whole struggle. So we leave the movie. He's apologetic. So then I'm feeling bad too to share how disappointed I am, because now he's apologetic and probably feeling somewhat bad. But we proceed to try to go to the gelato place. We get lost. We finally show up. The place is closed. So this night was so not going any way that I had planned. And I'm thinking that you probably can relate to this example in some way in your own life. So we're just going to call it a night. We're heading home. I see a Dairy Queen. I'm like, let's stop for Dairy Queen. I want some ice cream. So I order one of those peanut butter parfaits. I don't know if you know the one with the chocolate and the nuts, and it's layered. And I start eating this thing, and I'm telling you, it was like the best ice cream I ever had in my life in that moment. My boyfriend didn't exist. I'm disconnected from my feelings. I'm just going to town eating this ice cream, and probably about halfway through, my body, the whispers are starting like, Jen, you're done. Like, you've had enough. And I just don't want to listen. I'm just kind of eating and eating. And I get almost down to the very bottom, that last layer of fudge with the nuts. And I'm like, now the whispers are like louder, and I'm now feeling sick to my stomach. Now, on a regular night, eating a sundae like that, I could eat a whole sundae like that. It's not a big deal. And I really like sweets and chocolate. But that particular night, when I was already probably stirred up and holding a lot of emotions in my belly, and now eating this sundae the way I was eating it pretty unconsciously, it just was not sitting well. And I'm like, geez, I mean, Jen, you just ate your feelings. And this is what you teach people. And so right there was a choice point. It was a moment where I was either going to choose to be critical and continue on that path and feel really bad, or I was going to choose to be compassionate and to lean into that. And that's what I decided to do. So I said, you know what, I just need to get a good night's sleep. Call this a night. The next morning, I'll wake up. I will journal about my feelings, because writing for me really helps. And then I'll have a more honest conversation with my boyfriend and just share what my experience was like. And I did that. And then what helped too was, after doing some of that work with myself and really getting clear and moving into that compassionate place, my eating got right back on track. There was no more emotional eating. I wasn't compensating. I just nourished myself, and it felt really good. So the other thing, along with leaning into compassion whenever you have a slip, is knowing that these slips are an opportunity to go deeper with ourselves. It's an opportunity to really shift the relationship with food and our bodies and to learn something new. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, please share it with somebody else that you know might be struggling in your life. And we look forward to seeing you next week.